I'm Team Worm, and this is my guide for unlocking Marksman 1 through 3 on patch 1.48. Now, chaining has been modified so that you need to click different cells to increase your chain, and this makes it a bit harder to unlock than it was before. But I'm just going to go through and do just a video of me unlocking Marksman 2 and 3, and I'll give some tips and tricks along the way. So what I've done here is I've gone into normal quest 1 and I've just opened the first stage and placed down as many of the mines as I can, and I've started a chain of length 2 using 1s. So I'm just going to go through, I'll try to explain the thought process I have while doing this so that you can get unlocking Marksman 3. So the first thing here is if I click this one, it would take me to a chain of length 3, but I would open all 4 of these cells and that would make it hard to get a long chain on this first stage. So what you want to do in this situation like this is actually do what we call overflagging. So I'm going to place these flags down even though there's no reason to believe there's monsters here. And now when I click this one, it's only going to open 1 cell instead of all 4, which means I can artificially lengthen my chain. It is important to remember which flags you placed so that you don't, think that they're monsters and make some mistakes. So now that I've used this to chain, I need to go to a different cell to increase my chain. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to overflag it again so I can get longer chains. I'll open that up and then I'll come back down here since I can return to a cell I've already used to increase my chain further. So I'm going to open this just to make sure that it's a 1 underneath, and we are good to go. So we're getting close to halfway on unlocking Marksman 1, and I think we're going to be able to do it on this stage. Alright, here we can overflag again, so I'll do that. And there we go, a chain of length 16. So this would have unlocked us Marksman 1 if I hadn't already gotten it. Alright, so I've unlocked Marksman 1 and we're going to restart quest 1 here. Marksman 1 is really nice because it allows us to keep our chain through multiple stages, and that's going to be super helpful. Alright, so I've opened the stage up and I've placed down as many flags as I can. And I know that I'm not going to be able to chain through this area, so I'm going to go here first. Just get this out of the way while I can. Alright. And I'll click that one as well. And so now we're going to start our chain with 1s here. I'm going to click this one first. And now we have this one, which will let us use this one multiple times, which is nice. So I'm going to keep overflagging. Alright, and now we're in a bit of a rough spot because we don't have any 1s that we can cord. But since we know that there are no monsters left, we can click here, knowing that it's going to be a 1. Sadly though, we can't use it to increase our chain anymore, so we're going to end this stage with a chain of 12. Alright, gonna go through, place down mines again. Alright, and now I'm gonna start chaining again. Alright, so we have a chain of 23 here, which means we're getting pretty close we can open up some of the stuff here, and I know all of these are going to be safe. That's very helpful. Oh, I did not mean to click that, but we kept our chain. We're good. Alright, we have a chain of 28, and one thing that's important to note is that you can actually make mistakes in your chain and it won't count against you. So I can just guess on this. And now I actually don't need to guess because I can open down here. And now we have Marksman 2. So, gonna end this quest, I'm gonna go pick up Marksman 2. Alright, now I've got Marksman 2. It's worth noting that at this point, if you've encountered the item Spring, you're probably going to want to favor that. If you find it, it allows you to double the length of your chain, so if you get to a chain of 25, you can use it and you'll get Marksman 3 instantly. Also, if you run into any of the guild special stages that have an Elder, you can buy one of those because those will also double your chain for you. So we've got a pretty good stage 1 here. It's nice and big, but will hopefully allow us to get a pretty long chain going. Alright, not a great start, but that's fine. And we'll just start chaining again. And instantly on stage 1, you can get a very quick chain going, just a chain of sum 2. And since 2 is greater than this maximum power of 1, it means that we can kill monsters now, and that's going to be extremely, extremely helpful. Alright, so right here, for example, I can just kill this monster, and it was a bit of a guess, but since it was standing on a 1, that means that I kept my chain going. Alright, so we know that this is going to be empty and that there's going to be a monster here. Alright. So now we know that these are going to be mines, and I'm going to see if we can get any kills in this section to increase our chain. For example, this one we can unflag here. We can safely click it, and since it was standing on what would have been a 1, we have our chain still going. We know the rest of these cells are all safe, so I'm going to do some more kills to keep increasing my chain. So I'll kill this one, since it's only next to 1 monster. And I can kill this one, since it's only next to 1 monster. Alright, now we'll be able to start the second stage with a chain of 25 already going. This is a pretty small stage, which is a little unfortunate. Alright, so this is not a great situation, but we'll see if we can make it work. So that was just a guess, but it should have been a 1, so we're good. And in situations like this, it's where killing monsters again is very helpful. I can safely click right here. I'll kill this monster and it'll be standing on a 1. And now we have more things to chain with. Again, we can... Oh, well, can't safely kill this one yet because this could be a monster. But given that there's only going to be 1 monster in here and then 1 monster somewhere over here, we can make an educated guess, or not even a guess, we can deduce that this is going to be a 1 here. So I'll just open some more up. And that tells us that the monster is going to be here, which means that we can cord that. Here I'm going to kill a monster again because I can't cord with this one to increase my chain, so I'll click here. I was standing on a 1, so it's fine. And now we have a chain of 46, and we are super close to having Marksman 3. Alright. This one is looking a bit tough. We know from this that all of these are going to be free, which means I can do that. Didn't even do it properly, but that's fine. And there we go. Now we have Marksman 3. So this wasn't exactly a full overview of everything you can do with Marksman, but hopefully it helps you get it unlocked. If you've got any questions, you should check out the DemonCrawl Discord. I'll link to that down below. And sometimes I stream, so come check me out at twitch.tv/teamworm. Thanks.